What's going on, everybody? Patriot Stacker here. I'm back with another video for you here today, and we are talking about hold coins. That's right, coins that have holes in them. So some coins were purposely minted with holes in them. We see those in some world coins, typically more modern ones. They do that to reduce the amount of metal content in the actual coin. It saves them on money, things like that. So there are some coins that are purposely minted with holes, but I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about a lot of these old numismatic coins that we see that looks like somebody just drilled a hole right through it. And why would somebody purposely put a hole in a beautiful silver coin or a gold coin? You know, there's a lot of history behind why coins have holes in them. So let's take a look at my collection of hold coins and see what I have and talk a little bit about why people put holes in these beautiful numismatic coins. Stay tuned. All right, so we have a whole bunch of coins here, and they are all hold. They all have holes in them that looks like somebody just drilled or hammered a nail right through the coin. And a lot of these are older numismatic coins. A lot of these are also US coins, as well as some other coins from around the world. But why would somebody put a hole in a coin? So first off, the main reason why people put holes in coins was way back when pants didn't even have pockets in them, which is kind of interesting, right? Pockets in pants are a modern invention. So back in the day, people would put holes in coins and put a little string through the hole and either tie it around their neck or sew that piece into their pants or their shirt or into maybe one of their little bags that they were carrying. So people would purposely put a hole in these coins for safekeeping. They didn't want to lose these coins because that was their wealth, that was their money. And they were carrying around large pieces of silver or gold or copper, and they didn't want to lose that on their everyday, adventures. So people would actually put holes in the coins, put a string through them, tie them up, and put them for safekeeping. Another reason is the fact that a lot of coins were later made into jewelry. So you'll see different bracelets and necklaces and all different types of jewelry. Even have one coin down here with an interesting story where an entire dress was made up of these silver coins, and they were all sewn onto a lady's dress, and it was made into a full silver outfit. Really interesting. So there are many different reasons why people would put a hole in a coin. Unfortunately, it happened, especially back years ago when these weren't really technically called numismatic coins. They were modern coins at the time. So people weren't really worrying about their collectability or their value later on. That was just their coins in circulation, and that's silver, gold, and copper was just a thing of monetary value. That's what they used every day. So putting a little hole in it really didn't matter. Also, one little thing, some people, even especially with the old 8 reals, you see we have an 1810 8 reals. Really, really nice piece here, but it has that big hole. Sometimes people would take these 8 reals and cut pieces off of them and either save and hoard those little pieces of silver and basically spend the 8 reals as a full coin and then have a little bit of that shaving that they took off of the silver. And over time, after accumulating all those little shavings, they would have more silver and basically for free. So kind of a little interesting thing there. But they would also cut the 8 reals and make change with them. So this is like a full 8 reals, but if you wanted to buy something small and, you didn't have a smaller piece of silver, some people would even cut the coins in half or into quarters or even into eighths and, make change with them. So that's another really interesting thing about how they used to just destroy and mutilate these poor, beautiful coins. But so I have a couple examples here of hold coins, all different pieces, some silver, some copper, some cupro nickel, as well as some gold. So we talked about the 8 reals. These ones are pretty interesting. And I just think it tells a amazing story, and it's a lot of history. I mean, especially this one here. This is an 1808, 8 reals with King Carlos IV. And as you see here, this was holed with a square nail. So this one was holed in the 1800s for sure, a long time ago. And you see it pushed the metal out. And it's just really interesting, especially since this one was holed so long ago using a square nail. We also have beautiful coins like this, like a Seated Liberty $1 from 1842. I mean, this is a extremely numismatic coin and very collectible. It is 90% silver, but unfortunately, somebody drilled a hole there. They attempted to drill another little hole there. And, if this coin didn't have a hole in it, it would be worth much more. But that brings me to my point where you can pick up some of these beautiful type coins. If you're just making a type set, or you just wanted to say you have a Seated Liberty dollar in your collection, you can find one with a hole in it for a fraction of the price. They still carry a little bit of a premium, just the fact that it is a numismatic and older coin, but you will definitely be saving a lot of money, compared to buying a beautiful, extra fine or AU type coin or BU coin. You're paying a lot less for the coin with the hole in it. Of course, some people are, kind of against collecting anything with holes in them. They believe it's trash, it's damaged, it's no longer worth any numismatic value. But there are other collectors out there that like these holed coins. They find them unique and they find them fascinating. And that's me. I think these are so cool. What kind of stories could they tell? So we did mention that some of these coins could be turned into jewelry. That's why they were made, or had holes put in them in the first place. You see here, we have a 50 centavos from the Philippines. It's 75% silver. And as you see here, there's 2 holes drilled on either side. And I don't know if you can tell on the camera, but the coin has also been depressed and made into a convex style coin. And that is because this was on a bracelet. So they kind of made a little indentation to make the coin pop out a little bit. They fed some string or a chain through the holes, and it could be worn as a piece of jewelry. So this was definitely a jewelry coin. We have some other interesting pieces here. This is a 1938 5 pengo from Hungary, 64% silver, with a huge hole drilled into it. And I'm not sure, I don't know the story behind this coin, but it could have been a piece of jewelry, or it could have been holed, like we said earlier, for safekeeping, where they sewed it into their pants or shirt or their bag, to keep it safe so they didn't lose it. Here's a little bit more modern coin from Myanmar, 1 kyat. This is just a cupro nickel coin, but you see it has a hole in there. So this one might have been made into jewelry at some point, considering it is a modern coin. Here we have another little bit more modern, a 1957 halfpenny from South Africa. Very cool coin with the ship design. Really nice. Queen Elizabeth II. But it does have the hole in it. And this was probably made into jewelry as well at some point. We also have some older 1-cent coins, some large cents from the U.S. And these have holes in them. And, this probably was holed on purpose for safekeeping. So here's another one. Really interesting. And, we have a 37 and an 1838. Pretty cool. Maybe they were on the same little string in somebody's pocket or somebody's bag or shirt or pants or wherever they kept it. We also have some other interesting pieces here. We have a Morgan dollar with 2 holes in there. Not exactly sure why they put 2 holes. Maybe this was a piece of jewelry at some point. I'm not really sure. Or maybe somebody just drilled it because they thought it was fake. Who knows? Here we have a Un Balboa. I think this one is one of my favorite coins, foreign world silver coin. Really cool, from 1934 with just an enormous hole. This might have been for jewelry. I'm not exactly sure. Here we have a Walking Liberty, 90% silver, $50, 1943. That's got a nice little hole drilled in there. We also have an interesting piece here. Here we have a 1940s Mercury dime with a hole in it, and it's been cleaned and polished, but on the other side is a copper heart that's been soldered onto there. So this is like a type of love token or little jewelry piece. You know, they took a silver coin, they put a little copper heart, and this would have been a nice little necklace to give to your significant other. You know, kind of interesting. So I found this at a flea market one time. I thought that was an interesting pickup. We also have some other things that aren't exactly hold, but just kind of fall into place with talking about getting type coins and numismatic coins at an extreme discount. Here we have an 1827 capped bust $50. As you see here, it looks like it was shot with a BB gun or something, or you know, with a thing of buckshot. I don't even know. Maybe they were using this for target practice back in the day in the Wild West. Kind of cool, but you know, it does have all these little punctures everywhere, and they do pop out on the other side. It didn't go all the way through, but it's really, really interesting. I mean, the thing's been cleaned, it's been polished, but this is a capped bust $50, and I paid $15 for this thing. And, you know, how can, you know, where else can you get a capped bust $50 for 15 bucks? And now I can say, you know, it fills a hole in an album, or it just is a cool piece to have in the collection. We also have things like this. Here we have jail art token. So these old Indian head cents are really interesting. This is an 1890 Philadelphia. And you see it has like a waffle pattern. It's got a little puncture in the center there. It's kind of hard to pick up on camera, but it's a really interesting little piece of artwork here. And they would actually puncture that and pop out the bottom, not all the way going through. And that would spin like a top. So you could play. It's like a little toy. You know, you could play while you're killing time in prison, I guess. Kind of interesting. But they call those jail art tokens because they were made by different people in jail. Really, really interesting history and stories behind that. Here we have a 1905 Indian head cent, also with a hole. You know, that might have been a piece of jewelry, or that might have just been hold for safekeeping. You never really know. But brings us to the last couple pieces here. Oh, I didn't mention this one is really interesting here. We have an extremely old King George. I think that's King George the First or King George the Second. I can't recall. It doesn't usually says it right here, but this was a metal detecting find. And this thing is just, you know, totally corroded with environmental damage. But you can still see the bust of King George there facing to the right. And also hold, you know, very, very old 1700s coin right there. So pretty interesting. But I just recently added some really cool pieces to my hold coin collection. And I got these off of Instagram from AG Chopsticks. Very cool guy, has an awesome Instagram page. He's always offering up really, really cool pieces. And I ended up picking up a hold pre-33 gold coin. So really, really cool. Let's zoom in and get a little extra view here. We have an 1857. These are 90% gold. You see it does have a hole in it, but really, really cool piece. This is a $2.50 gold coin. The Quarter Eagle. Really, really awesome piece. You know, I don't have much pre-33 gold, and I got a killer deal. He sold me this right above spot price, which you really can't go wrong with. And, you know, just really, really cool to be able to pick a pre-33 gold coin up, you know, at a very, very low premium. So that was so cool. It you know, I believe it's been cleaned. This was probably a jewelry piece. You know, you never know, because you can typically, if it's been cleaned and polished, it was a piece of jewelry. But it's in great shape, you know, minus the cleaning, which doesn't really bother me. But you can't really go wrong for getting a pre-33 Quarter Eagle 90% gold for such a killer deal. And he also threw in this really interesting piece. So I mentioned earlier, this is a sterling silver token, a New Life in America 1998. So it's kind of modern, but it's like a good luck token, sterling silver, and 5.4 grams. New Year's celebration with family and friends. Kind of interesting little good luck token. But as AG Chopsticks told me, he said here, Patriot Stacker, thanks for the purchase and sharing my passion for hold coins. So AG Chopsticks loves the hold coins as well, which I think is awesome. And he says, please find the enclosed bonus sterling silver good luck token. It was from a full dress of them of coins. So basically there was a whole bunch of these sewn onto a dress as a kind of a good luck token piece of clothing. So just imagine a woman's dress full of these little sterling silver coins all chiming in the wind. Really, really cool. So what a story behind that, you know. Just very, very interesting. So thanks AG Chopsticks for the killer deal and the awesome little free gift. This thing is super cool. So we are at a conclusion to the hold coins. You know, I hope you got a little bit of something out of this. You know, let me know down in the comments, what do you think about hold coins? You know, I did put a little survey up on my community page on YouTube. You know, a lot of you said that you would buy hold coins if they were at the right price. Some people said, no, I will never buy them. Some people said, I'd rather have a perfect coin or, you know, a coin without a hole in it and pay, you know, more money. But I think they are very interesting. They have such a story to tell, you know, if they could talk. I mean, it's just really, really cool. And like I said, you can get these at an extremely low premium, way less expensive than if you were buying, you know, a coin like this in a better condition. So I hope you enjoyed today's video, checking out all of my hold coins. I think they're very cool and, you know, just very unique and different. So that's the video for today. Please smash the like button if you enjoyed what you saw and subscribe to the channel if you enjoy videos all about silver stacking, coin collecting, precious metals, and all that fun stuff, and ring the notification bell so you can see when I upload my next video. And as always, have a great day.